Cover the brake for me.
Yeah.
Cover it. Squeeze the brake for me.
All right.
Gently. Okay. Right. So, all right. Well, we've done a bit of it. Now, the reference point we were looking at, where is the curb touching into the car, cutting into the
just
car?
before the door mirror.
Just before the door mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've probably gone as far as we want to go then at this stage, if it's before the door mirror.
Ahead of the door
oh, it's in front of the door. I beg your pardon. Okay. So, from the reference points we showed in the picture, we can actually go a little bit further. Now, if you keep the clutch in, your left foot in, down.
Is that important, that reference point?
It is important. It's important because we don't want to impede the pavement for any users.
No, this first reference point you give me.
The first one was where we're going to take the lock off. So start the steering wheel. So we're going to start to straighten the wheel. Okay, so don't do it dry. Keep the car moving. So release the brake a very small amount, about the width of a pound coin. And it will just start to roll forwards as it does now. Start to start gently. That's it. Now stop again there and look for that second reference point, which is. Do you remember where we said it would be?
I haven't picked one yet.
Okay, the reference point we said on the picture was where the.
No, forget the pictures.
Okay, where the curb.
Yeah, ask me.
Okay, where can you see now the curb cutting into the car?
It just looks like the mirror is actually on the curb.
Is it?
Yeah.
So that's just right then. So that's where you want to stop. You don't want to go any further than that. Why don't we want to go any further than that, Tony?
I can't remember.
Because we don't want to impede any people using the pavement.
All right.
Okay. So now, this is where we want to go. So just remember that reference point, because that's our stopping point here.
Yep.
Keep looking. So you want to see. Did you see the car that was waiting while we were here just a little while ago?
No.
Okay, then I need to be more on top of you for that. So, okay, as you're moving...
Did I need to worry about that car?
You do. You need to keep observing the whole time.
Yeah, but I was here.
Because I don't want you to cause an obstruction to them. You're now across the road.
I'll just come out a minute. Yeah, when that car appeared, I was about 6 inches away from the curb.
Yep.
Why is it worrying me? I can't wave a magic wand, can I?
No.
So it's best that neither of us look at the car at this stage.
Right, so complete your manoeuvre.
Because the car's gone now, isn't it?
Or complete that part of it, yes.
But if you'd have been looking around at the car,
yes,
and I'd have been looking around at the car, I can guarantee you they probably would have stopped.
Yes.
Yeah? And then all the panic sets in, innit? Because they're thinking, oh, hang on, he's going to tell that pupil to reverse back now, yeah?
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm here. There's no way
so ignore them until you've finished this and then do your...
Well, I'm not going to go backwards at the moment, am I?
No.
Yeah?
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yep. Okay.
Because I'm following the pump routine, am I?
Yep. Okay. So, now we're here.
Yeah.
The clutch is fully down.
Yeah.
So, put the handbrake on.
All right.
And that will give you a bit of time.
Yeah.
Take it out of gear for me.
All right.
So now you can relax your foot from the pedals.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now, the next part of the manoeuvre is we're going to go backwards across to the other side.
All right.
And as we do, we're going to turn left.
Yeah.
Okay. And using your POM routine, we want to do effective observations before you move. So if you want to put the clutch down again now, and into reverse, that's not reverse, Tony, just bring that back up to the neutral position. You need to push the gear lever down and as far over to me as it will go. No, that's only first there. Just bring it back again. Push it right down. No, bring it back to neutral again. Push the gear lever down with your palm on top of it. Put your palm on top of the gear lever. That's it. There we go. Okay, and you also get the confirmation it's in reverse on this particular vehicle because it's got parking sensors. Okay, so we're now in reverse gear. So now with your POM routine...
This was really important because you made a big fuss about it.
Pardon?
It must be really important because you made a big fuss about it.
About being in reverse?
Yeah.
It is quite important to be in reverse, to go backwards. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
It's important to be in reverse, Tony.
Oh, it's important to be
because we don't be looking that way and going that way, do we?
Yeah. It's a bit, it's so obvious, but yes. Yeah. Okay, so that, yes, it is important that we know it's in reverse because you're going to be looking that way, and that's the way we're going to be going. If you go the other way, it'll be awkward. Right.
I bet you think I'm really stupid, don't you?
No, not at all. Not at all. You're doing a great job. So you need to do exactly what you did with the clutch and the accelerator before. Just prepare that and get the clutch to the biting point. Fantastic. Then over to the handbrake. Now you're ready to manoeuvre now. To move. So now do your observations, full observations up and down the road. properly, so you can have a good look there. Anything coming that way, and just glance over this shoulder to the back window. What if there was little Johnny coming out of a driveway? So just have a look over here for me to make sure there's nothing.
Where do I start the observations?
Where do you start? Start in the direction we're moving away from. So you can start in the front.
Yeah.
And now, but we want to then make sure we do both shoulders to the rear.
Right. So if you get me to go right around to over the right shoulder onto the curb.
Yeah.
Any pedestrians on the pavement?
No.
Next to the pavement, you got the road. Anybody coming down the road? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a silver car in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to wait for a minute.
So I'm just going to take my eye off him for a minute, and hopefully he might just go past. If you don't look at him, he might do. Right, she's going to wait. So give me a look over my right shoulder.
Yeah. Over your right shoulder.
No pedestrians there. The
Then
silver cars.
Up the pavement.
No,
Now they're
she's,
going to go.
she's pretty keen on going. So
That's what the taxi just did. Like, move, edging.
What do you do in this situation? You just
Right.
wait.
The golf's going to show him how to do it.
right, so I carry on with the observations. Look over the right shoulder.
Okay.
She seems to be holding steady.
Okay.
Look along the pavement.
Look along the
No pedestrians
pavement,
there.
right the way along
Look
here.
over the
and
left
this
shoulder.
side, left shoulder, and stay looking over the left shoulder. As you left shoulder now, please
Yep.
watch where you're going.
Over your back window.
Pardon?
Come
Out
on,
your back window.
give me a reason
Right out
why.
the back window, because we're moving in that direction, and we want to make sure we can see where we're going,
I don't want to run over little Johnny.
and we
do I?
don't want to run over
I
little
need to
John.
what the steering? Steering.
Right round to the left,
Yeah.
and keep looking out the back.
Now, at this
Brilliant
point, you
clutch
need to get
control.
me to cover the brake
Okay, now we're going to get to the crown of the road, so it's going to start to roll on its own. So just cover the brake now.
and look
nice
over your
and
right
softly.
shoulder.
And look to your right shoulder, because that's the side that's now going to come up to the curb
Oh.
first. And remember, we're looking for that reference point. So
I haven't
look
got a clue what the reference
in
point is.
in. Okay, so carry on back,
Yeah.
and then just stop there for a
All
second
right.
and tell me where the curb cuts into the window.
No, just along the backside window there.
Fantastic. So at that point, that's the point that you remember, that reference point. There's your first point, and now start to straighten the wheel as you continue to go backwards, about the length of the pen that we talked about.
Oh,
So
right,
just
yeah.
a little way further back.
Yeah.
Continue to go.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. Keep moving. That's it. And then stop there.
right, yeah.
New reference point. Where does the curb cut into it now?
No, just the corner of this window.
Fantastic. So just secure the car again for me. And just,
Is that important, that reference point?
it is important because it stops us overhanging the curb and stops us impeding any people that might be using the
Oh,
pavement.
right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So just prepare to go forwards
right,
again
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
And then clutch back to the bottom.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Just check both directions again for me, please.
Mm.
And mirrors. Anyone on the pavements?
No.
Any cars?
No.
Both the cars are waiting for you.
Yeah.
So when you're ready, we can go forwards.
just
We're going
give me a
to
stop
keep
on that.
turning right and pull over to the left once you're round here, please. That doesn't put any more pressure on, does it, when you've got the whole town waiting for you? Jeez.
Well, she was going to go.
And then,
While I wasn't looking, she didn't move. When I was looking at her, she started to move.
yeah, it was
Um,
completely to what you wouldn't expect her to do, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to them. They've got the room to go, yeah?
Yes.
If they don't want to take it.
So, and would you do as we did then? You just push on,
As long as they're not moving,
Yeah.
I'm fine, yeah?
right?
It's their
Yeah.
own problem for
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah, there's loads of room to wait. There's loads of room to go.
They did.
I thought the same as Ollie. I thought the golf was going to go past, yeah?
Yeah, I did. I thought that would then show her that there was room. And you
Well,
could
where
do
she
it.
was confusing me was that,
She edged forward, didn't she? But then didn't go.
Yeah.
yeah, she was edging forward when I wasn't looking at her.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, yeah, go on, keep going.
Every time you look back,
and
she's
then
6 foot
every time I
closer.
looked around, she stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the end, it's just yeah, that's quite good. Just a little bit of a
Because it's must get my because is it?
little bit of an error on the reverse bit. Once where we're sitting, where the seat of our pants is over the crown of the road, I
Yeah.
need to transfer those observations over.
Yeah.
I need to get my foot over that brake.
Yeah.
Remember, we have mentioned on the brief about gravity.
Yeah.
It really is important, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do that, if you move them over to cover the brake and the car stops because it's quite, I mean, this one's probably quite flat actually, isn't it? Would you then say, well, you do need to now drive it back a bit?
What do you mean drive it back a bit?
Well, as in use the clutch again.
Yeah. Examiners nowadays are providing the clutch and the brake are not fighting each other.
Yeah.
Will actually go along quite nicely with you just nudging the clutch very slightly.
Okay, just if it needs to roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what they won't tolerate is the two pedals fighting each other.
Right.
If they're fighting each other, you've got to hear it, and you've got to come in with the remedial action, yeah.
Yeah.
And the consequences of it, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because if they're fighting each other, the clutch is going to burn out, yeah.
And when I said to you about why wouldn't we be over the bat, and you said, well, I don't remember. Was that the right thing to do though? To ask you, because I've put that money twice into the bank over here about, and 3 times with the brief as well, about not hanging over the pavement because it might impede people.
Yeah, that was going forward.
Okay, right. Okay, I'm giving you half a sense of.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
common sense. That's what I was.
Imagine you're teaching Atty.
Yeah. Okay.
You've got some
So
money.
just confirm it.
Yeah, you've got some money in the bank now, and normally they will expect you to do a second one.
Yep.
And this is where they expect you to take some of the money out, yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So can I try that again? I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Should we do it again
Yeah.
then? Okay. So just put the. Are we in reverse? Just put it into neutral for me a second, Tony,
Neutral.
please. Oh, I thought that was. Okay. Right. So we're sitting here. We're all secure. Okay. So we're going to do the same again,
All right.
nice and
Okay,
gently
yeah.
as we were before. So with your POM routine, tell me what you're going to look for as you're doing that.
Go on, take it stage by stage.
Okay. So what are we
so
doing?
just remind me, Tony, why is it important not to have too much gas?
Yeah. So why is it important not to have too much gas as we prepare?
Down the road, hit that
That's
silver
it.
car.
And why is it important to bring the clutch up to the bite point nice and smoothly and gently?
Oh, you mean not past biting point? you
Not
mean?
past, and then not past.
Oh, I
it.
don't go shooting down the road, do I?
Exactly. Perfect. Okay, so that's is that the complete, the prepare stage?
Yeah.
Okay. What's after prepare?
Oh.
Okay, which is
no pedestrians or bikes.
absolutely sure.
Nobody
No
coming
one coming
there.
out the driveways.
Nobody coming there.
Okay.
Nobody coming there.
Right the way over. Fantastic.
Oh, I
Okay.
see a car turning into
There
the
is
road.
indeed. Well done. So what are we going to do now? The car's coming.
Bloody wait, wasn't it?
Yeah. Do we have to signal to him to let him know we're waiting?
No.
Perfect. Okay. So he's gone. Just do your obs again now, just to
Again?
make sure, because it's been a little while, hasn't it? Fantastic. Now, what's that car doing?
He's reversing the driver.
It is okay.
Oh, I've got to turn the wheel on.
So turn the wheel. Remember what we said?
Oh, yeah,
nice,
big
big,
turn.
fantastic. Right the way round. Now we're looking for that first reference point. Do you remember where that was?
Yeah.
So just cover the brake now.
All right.
Squeeze the brake.
All right.
Sorry. So you need to be a little earlier with the brake because we're using gravity's taking us down the curve of the road. Do you remember that?
Oh, I did press it when you told me.
Did you? Was I just so you needed to cover it a little bit
Do
earlier?
I press it in the thickness of pound coins?
Yeah.
Would that help?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was it. I was probably just got you to press it. Right. So now just release it, just nice and gently
Take the money out of the bank.
in the width of pound
Take
coins.
the money out of the bank.
Why is it important to do the brake smoothly and
Can you
gently?
just remind me where's that reference
I
point?
know, I was going to come to that in a second. I was just going to cover that brake mishap first.
Yeah, the brake thing's already happened. And
Okay.
It happened really because
So, right,
you're not using the
could-
real thickness of a pound coin. It's not
Okay.
a great big deal, yeah?
Right,
Just means you get a bit of a sore neck.
right, okay. So we're now looking for the reference point. Do you remember where the reference point was, the first one, Tony?
Oh, I've got the first one there.
Okay, and what did we do at the first reference point?
Oh, I'll take the steers off.
That's it, whilst you're still moving, so you're not dry steering.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
what was the reason for using the reference points?
So I know where to take the steers off.
It is, okay, so now if you move up to your second reference point,
I go forward about that much, don't I?
yeah, about the length of the pen I've got here, the glasses case, I'm sorry.
How do I go forward again now?
So now
What takes me forward?
you
I
need
can't
to
remember.
just release the brake.
Begins with a G.
The gas would normally do it. Oh, gravity.
Oh, gravity. Oh, that's the
So
word.
the gravity.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you release the brake about
yeah.
the thickness of a pound coin and come up to your
no.
second.
Oh, that's it.
Is that your second reference point?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So now just secure the car there with a handbrake
All right.
and take it out of gear,
Yeah.
and then you can just relax your feet for a second.
Yeah.
Just tell me why it's important for us to stop without going too far towards the curb. Why your reference points?
I could kill a pedestrian, couldn't I?
You could. So that's the main thing, that
Yeah.
we just want to make sure we're not impeding them too much.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Should we do the second part?
Yeah.
And go back the other way?
So I'll get reverse.
Okay, so clutch in, fantastic. That's in reverse. How do you know it's in reverse?
Oh, this thing.
We've got a lot of noises, haven't we? Why is it important to make sure we're in reverse?
Well, I don't be an idiot and be going that way, looking that way, do I?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That would be it. Fantastic.
I'll go a bit further.
So, preparation.
Yeah.
What's the O?
Observation.
Have you done your observations?
I'm going to be looking that way to begin with, so I'm going to start over here.
Right, fantastic.
Nobody on the pavement.
Okay, look right down the road.
There's no vehicles or bikes coming down the road.
No, the other pavement,
No,
any of the
actually-
driveways, just scan them as you bring your head round, look in there,
Yeah.
out the front,
Yeah.
this way.
No cars, bikes coming.
Fantastic.
There's no pedestrians
right back
behind
over
me.
there. Brilliant.
I'll go turn the wheel over.
And then turn the wheel as you start to move. And remember, as we get to the crown of the road again, we want to cover the brake. And we're just going to squeeze the brake in the width of pound coins.
Oh, I'll go turn over the shoulder, haven't I?
So, yeah, as you come round now, start to look over your right shoulder. Brilliant. And then
Around that
watch for those
point.
reference points.
I was there.
Yeah, so now you need to start unwinding the steering. So, in other words, turn the
Unwinding.
steering to the right. Yeah, just turn the steering back to the right again because it's turned left.
Yeah, that comes come up with some funny words, isn't it?
So start steering in the other direction to the right.
Yeah, trying to remember what takes me back again.
The gravity is taking you back
gravity.
here.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
let the gravity pull the car back.
yeah.
Keep unwinding. Look for that second reference point.
I was there.
Okay, stop there. Secure the car again with the handbrake. Back into first gear.
All right.
Prepare the car to move. And now do your observations.
Oh, there's a bit of money still lying on the back there that you haven't asked me about.
Well, is that the one that because why did we want to stop there and not go too
yeah,
far?
Yeah,
Why was that, Tony?
yeah. You don't leave that money lying in the bank, do you?
No. Why was that? Why haven't we gone back too far? Why have we used that reference point
Oh,
to know
right
where to
behind the
stop?
curve, I could hit a pedestrian, couldn't I?
You could.
Yeah.
Same pedestrian that you could have hit when we were going forwards.
Oh, right, yeah.
But he's crossed
yeah.
over now.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They don't call him lucky for nothing, do they?
So prepare.
Yeah.
Observations again.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very
My
important.
shoes
So
not
start
even
over
on.
this
Get the road
side.
back. He's waiting.
He is
There's
waiting.
nobody there. There's nobody coming down the road.
That's
I
right.
can go, I think.
So it's time to go. Straighten the car as you come
You want me to
round,
stop?
nice and gently. Yes, and if you could just pull over where it's safe, here,
Check the
please.
mirrors. I'll give him a signal.
Perfect, fantastic.
Just ignore the drive for now.
Yeah, ignore the driveway there. That's fine.
It's better? Well done.
Thank you.
Phil.
It's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, there's just so much. I mean, yeah, there is a lot going on, isn't
Yeah,
it? But I
it's-
could see what you mean. If you give the consequences and the reason, you're not going to keep throwing it at. It's busy when you get a lot.
Think of
coming
it
in.
easy, in an easier way. Put the money into the bank on the first one, yeah?
Yeah,
Then you can start taking it out, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah? If you haven't given any education, well then you go to the hole in the wall and ask for a pound,
it's not there.
it's going to tell you sod off because you only got 50 pence in there, isn't you?
Yeah,
Does that make sense? So if the information is there on the first one, and they're not going to give it to you on the first one,
no,
you know, forget this word obvious, there's nothing obvious,
no.
yeah?
And things like unwind the steering. I could see now you say it like that. You think you can imagine somebody trying to unwind the whole steering wheel. It's a on track term, you see.
Yeah,
But we've got to stop that.
yeah, look at this from Pupil's point of view. Yeah, come on.
So just steer right, steer left is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, steer right, steer left, whatever the
Okay.
case may be.
yeah.
And
clutch needs to be clutch down and clutch up rather than in and out or anything like that, isn't it? That's the term that's preferred, down and up.
yeah, I'm not really too fussed about that.
No,
It's just
so long as
trying
it's
to get it
obvious.
as right as can. That was good. How did it feel? Eh?
It was all right, actually. It was better. You know, it made more sense that if I can say, right, we're going to come to the crown in the road, as we come to it, your gravity's going to pull you, cover the brake and things like that, because then it doesn't all happen really quickly.
Yeah, remember the word gravity because it really does play a big part in this,
Yeah.
and on a lot of occasions it plays a big part in a burst around the corner. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there's no good making a big thing about gravity on the brief, and then not talking
And
about
not
it on the
talking
move, because on the move that's where it really is effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people say to me, you know, when I stop, they go, "Stop!" And of course, yeah, I haven't been covering the brakes, so to stop is going to be abrupt. Yeah. It's not my fault. It's bloody yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they go, "Do you have to brake so bloody hard?"
But that's
Well,
what-
yeah, I had to get from the gas to the brake, didn't I, in a very short time?
Yeah.
But I've stopped.
Yeah.
You know, so you've done your job reasonably well. but the stop would have been smoother.
Yeah.
If now remember, the gravity's going to take over. Cover the brake. Start squeezing thickens a pound coin. Another thickens a pound coin. I'm not doing 25 mile an hour. I'm not doing 10 mile an hour. The wheels are just about turning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah. And on the first time you do it, even though we've talked about the reference points we're going to talk about, you don't know them at that point. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
No,
So,
you can never give a reference point. You get the person who's driving to pick the reference point.
Okay.
It's your job to get them into the right position.
That's what I was. Yeah.
Then get them to pick a reference point.
So you get them to stop there, and now look at the reference point. Then we want to go forward a little bit. That first one is just to unwind, take the steering lock off.
Yeah.
Not turn the other way. Yeah. Okay. Got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well
it
done.
does. Thank you.
That was good. Any questions?
No.
Any misses, Ollie?
Any misses?
No.
Well, as you can see, it's very similar to the manoeuvre you done last week, the reverse around the corner. I played up the same way.
Yeah.
And just remember these things. It's going to be the same in all the manoeuvres. Yeah. There's, we're going to give you a little tease, see if you know your stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got about 22 minutes to test you.
Yeah. That's right. It's not a lot, is it?
They're going to test you.
Yeah.
But once you come in with the reasons why and the how,
Yep.
they back off.
But even though you've done the, oh no, we didn't do it in the brief, did we? No, you're not talking about why you're not going over the curb or anything in the brief.
Yeah, you can. I'll tell you what. You can sit here and give me a half an hour brief, and it can be the best brief in the world. It can be the most detailed brief in the world. I'm going to tell you that after 7 or 8 minutes or 9 minutes, that should we get on with it anyway? Because it's way too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about the brief as setting you up. It's not helping me in the slightest. Yeah.
Right.
And on a lot of occasions, it's not really going to help your people that much, really.
No.
When that car starts moving, they're not going to remember it.
No, their mind goes to jelly, doesn't it?
Yeah, they've got other things on their mind, haven't they?
But it's like a last opportunity to check your notes, isn't it, for
Well, I
you and
suppose
the exam?
that's a good point, actually, because it's a reminder, oh, there's gravity written on there. I must remember to bring that in.
Well, yeah.
And as you said, with the brake lights on that other one.
Yeah, the brief is a good way of setting yourself up for the lesson you're just about to teach.
Yeah.
I've said to you before, the brief, could be too short, and it could be marked or it might not be detailed enough, and it could be marked unsatisfactory. But on the right-hand side of the page, you passed.
Yeah.
But the brief could be marked satisfactory, and on the right-hand side of the page, you failed.
Yeah.
Because you didn't carry it over onto the movement part, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the brief is just it's a bit like formatting a hard drive, really.
Okay.
So there's no good you referring back to the brief when I start moving, because I'm just going to be, my head's going to be everywhere, isn't it?
Right.
And in real life, that's the way it's going to be with a pupil as well, there.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good. I like that way of referring to it.
Yeah, you can sit here with a pupil all day and you can talk about that crossroads ahead.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, yeah, I understand that. Once that car starts moving, there's so many things going through their head, yeah? They've got to think about what mirrors to check, when to indicate, what position to take, where to look. They're going to panic, aren't they?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Right, I'll give that a relax.